Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. Just like farming, just like gardening, you gotta plan ahead. So you gotta get your seedlings ready to go ground. Just like cooking good food, you gotta plan ahead. So you gotta marinate your meat, you gotta marinate your chicken, you gotta marinate your pork ahead of time. So plan it out a couple of days in advance, let it sit in the marinade for 1 to 2 days, and you'll be handsomely rewarded when you cook it up. You only need a few things: some olive oil, some garlic powder, fresh oregano from the yard, fresh thyme, and an acid. I like to use leftover brine from the vegetables that I pickle and can. So this is some leftover pepperoncini juice. It's awesome. It gives it a really good kick. And the vinegar helps break down the proteins, make them super tender. And you can use whatever kind of salt you want. You can use kosher salt, seasoned salt, pink Himalayan salt, whatever. First thing that you want to do when working with proteins is don't cross-contaminate. I like to handle everything with a fork. It works really, really well. Bag, I'm going to start with the chicken. And I'm going to get them in my Ziploc bag. Try not to touch any of the exterior part of the bag, because you definitely don't want any cross-contamination with chicken. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to rinse my fork off, and I'm going to grab my other Ziploc for my pork, and I'm going to do the same thing. Open it up really wide so it's easy to work with. And these are thin cut pork chops. They're really killer. All right, so you got to wash your hands. Now the fun part, kind of like being a mad scientist. So I've got pork in one bag, I've got chicken in one bag. Make it easy on you. I like to put the dry ingredients in first. So I'm going to put in the garlic powder. And trust me, we don't measure anything, and you don't need to measure anything. The more you do it, the better you'll get. Don't over salt, because you can always add more salt on the plate, but you can't take it out. Oregano, and I'm going to pull them off the stem, and I'm just going to turn it into a powder. Stems I'll put into my compost. Super easy. It's not rocket science. Probably takes 5 minutes. Next thing we want to do is the olive oil. I'm going to finish this one off. It's almost empty. I'm going to get the new one. Probably about a half a cup of olive oil in there. 1/3 of a cup. Now the secret weapon. Look at that. Lots of flavor in there. Umami, as they call it in Japan. That's going to really extend this marinade. Now if you like pepper, a little fresh cracked pepper's good. And we have a 4.5-year-old, so I can't add too much. Next thing you want to do is get everything working together. Get all of those chicken fillets separated. Get all of those thin pork chop fillets separated so you can get liquid and marinate in between every one. Now if you want, you can put lemons in here. That's good. I really like to marinate with is my brother-in-law in San Diego has a fantastic grapefruit tree. And when grapefruit's in season, which is a winter fruit, he gives me all kinds of grapefruit. And grapefruit is one of the hidden marinades. It's the best citrus marinade you'll ever have. Way better than lemon. I'm not a big fan of using lemon to marinate. I think it's, I just think it's like a blue light special, if you all know, remember Kmart. It's like a blue light special kind of ingredient that is just way overused. You end up with a really nice marinade. You've got everything coated. And at this point, what you want to do is go with a single layer, open the bag back up, try to get a nice single layer so everything's laying flat. That way the marinade has more surface area to work on. Okay, do not spill this. If you do, you got to clean everything up really good. Okay, you don't want raw pork or chicken juice on your counter. That's it on that one. Look at that. Piece of cake. Same thing on this one. All right, there's the 2 bags. Pop those in the fridge. Couple of days, you'll be off to the races. Every 12 hours, rotate them. So all you want to do is take and rotate them 180 degrees. That way the tops are on the bottom now, and then the next day the bottoms are on the top. Have a great day.